So about those rumors of George Clooney being the DCU Batman. Hey, how do you clear this one up? Well, you just go to Twitter and ask James Gunn. So somebody did, and he said absolutely not. So, so much for that. And then there was, someone did a follow-up and says, hey, does this mean we're still getting an actor who has already been Batman, or are we? I guess they mean to say it like this, badly written, but are we getting a new actor altogether? And he said new actor. So there you go. It's someone we don't know, and he may not even know. They might be looking at people. I kind of wonder if maybe he already knows who his Superman is, but still got some time before you get to Batman. But as far as all this stuff about George Clooney and even Christian Bale was supposed to was one of the three candidates, that this was all a Grace Randolph rumor. And of course, sometimes she gets it right, sometimes she gets it wrong, but that's the nature of these of the rumor mill. And a lot of times, of course, a rumor can be true, a rumor can be false. More times than not, it's somewhere in between. And I'm thinking that that's pretty much the case here. It's possible both actors have cameos in that movie, because that's the gag of it, It's primarily Michael Keaton will be the alternate Batman you see, along with Affleck doing some scenes. I know there's been a lot cut out, and it appears like that this was the nature of the ending was changed, because in the original ending, Michael Keaton is, for all intents and purposes, the Batman going forward. And then Sasha Calle would carry on as a Supergirl and was supposed to replace Superman in the universe, like there never was a Superman, that sort of thing. Was their original plan, and then all that changed, and for a while there it looked like, hey, we're going to have Cavill back, and apparently Cavill shot scenes for it to stipulate that, yes, he's still Superman, and they were going to go forward with that, and then yank that out. Because despite all the talk of a plan and an idea and all that stuff, it's still a bit of a mess. Maybe it's starting to come together now for where they're going, but not too long ago, it was this way and that way and all over the place. Well, here we are. But as it goes, so yeah, it's possible that there's cameos, perhaps one or both, and maybe it's more that Clooney does have a scene in it, just for that aspect of, hey, look, the alternate universe Batman. And it could just be as simple as, within the action of the movie, of the Flash running around and meets other Batman as he's trying to put right what once went wrong. But I mean, some of the rumor bit was a bit specific that Clooney shows up at the end as the new Bruce Wayne of an altered universe in the scenes that was originally Michael Keaton. And that sounded odd. It's like, oh, well, then would he continue on and all that? But it's just not the case. It'd be kind of odd if that's the scene they shot for it and they just leave it like that. Who knows? Because James Gunn himself said the Flash movie is a reset, and they're still utilizing it for that reason to change the cinematic universe for DC. So that's probably all there was to it. And going forward, when they want to cast a 25-year-old Superman, so you have Christian Bale and then George Clooney as your options for Batman. Now they're going to do this father-son story with Batman, which still means this is an older man that's older than Superman, which I don't get that. And that's what they already did between Affleck and Cavill. So whatever. But unless they're going to do some sort of time jump in between, like the Superman Legacy takes place in the some years back, and then when you get to Brave and Bold, it's some years forward. It's kind of similar to that 5-year business they did with the New 52 in the comics, which fell apart because there wasn't enough time for Batman to have all these Robins, which is still a problem for their movies. I mean, when did he have time for all this? Unless they're just going to say Damian's been the only Robin he had, or Dick Grayson was the only other Robin he had, maybe, and he's already moved on to Nightwing. I don't know. It's a strange choice to make, I think. I mean, I guess to just differentiate it from the Pattinson Batman is to say, well, this will be a father-son story. And maybe that was the thing, but there's a lot more problems it creates than it solves. So, don't know. As to who could be their Batman, and since he doesn't have to be as young as Superman, which again makes me think there's other reasons besides age for Cavill to not be their pick for Superman. Well, that gives us an obvious candidate for Batman. Yeah, that's right, Henry Cavill as Batman. And just put him in the bat suit, and there you go. And then I don't know, get some young kid to be his son, and you're off to the races. The odd thing about it, if they had kept Henry Cavill as Superman and as the Zack Snyder's Justice League left it with Lois Lane pregnant, so then he's a father. Batman discovers he has a son, and there you go, super sons. You got that going for you. Oh, well, okay. Anyway, there it is. Just don't know who's going to be the DCU Batman yet. But you might get some cameos of Clooney and maybe even Christian Bale in The Flash. Kind of looks like Keaton's going to crash his plane right into him. Huh. Can't imagine why you'd want to do that. Anyway, there you go. New Batman in your future.